Hi there, it's Jo here from Creative Empowerment. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to do a one card, pick a card reading, and then we're going to channel a message for you. So we have pile 1 over here on my left, pile 2 and pile 3. And if you like to choose with crystals, I'll put them on there now. So as always with a pick a card, you want to focus on the energy drawing you to the card rather than picking your favourite number. So on the left, pile 1, we have the tiger's eye. Pile 2, we have the beautiful sunstone heart. And pile 3, we have malachite. So you can pause the video if you need to select which pile or piles are drawing you. And then when you know, you can skip ahead to your reading or readings. And if you like this reading, please share it with family and friends. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And please like the video, of course. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose the tiger's eye, then this is your pile, or pile 1. Wow, you have psychic abilities. Now I'm filming this at the time of the solar eclipse and the new moon. I really do, I love this card. And there's a very strong third eye activation happening for you. So at the time of this new moon, we're in eclipse season, so there's lots of eclipse activity happening. So you may be noticing that your psychic abilities are being adjusted by your spirit team. So it might be that they're going in and out. You may notice downloads, you may notice the, throbbing or opening of your third eye. You may also be drawn to things. So you may be drawn to things that you may not normally have been interested in. You may, sound healing is coming to me, but like disclosure of UFOs or whatever it might be, like something that you have not yet, looked into. For me, I feel like you'll be starting to look at something else here at this time. There's something going to call you, draw your eye. It could be crystals for some of you. It could be sacred geometry. There's a whole lot of things it could be. But these will all be in that sort of psychic realm or that other realm. You are being prepared psychically. It's like your psychic senses are being tuned in for a higher level of light. And very much so that you'll be able to see, well, for some of you it'll be other dimensions, but it'll be things that were hidden to you before. So, we all have the ability to be psychic, but some people want to choose to do that and other people don't. And so for those people who don't choose, to enhance their psychic abilities, what will happen is you'll start noticing things that you just didn't notice before. Things will start appearing in your field of reference that you weren't aware of. And that's the message of this card, is about your psychic abilities, whether you're interested in them or not. And if you're not, it'll be a opening up to things in your in your world. But if you are into your psychic abilities, well, and you're interested in developing them and expanding them, then this is a really great card for you. You're really opening up, and you're going to see a lot of, it's not synchronicities, you're going to see a lot of concrete examples of things, so that you know that things that you have thought are actually showing up in the real world. You'll see examples of them. They'll be clear for you. Instead of being fuzzy and, cloudy or hazy, they'll start to become crystal clear, and it's like you're stepping up these steps in this psychic evolution of your senses. Now, I have a psychic Claire's blog on my website, so I'll link this in the description below if you want to read more about it, if you're new to it. But now what I'm going to do is channel my higher self. No, that's not going to work. Oops. So I'm going to pick up, the tiger's eye, and I'm going to bring through my higher self with some messages for you, pile 1. Welcome. Now is the time for expansion, of not only your psychic senses, but your psychic awareness, knowledge, judgment. There will be many, many of your senses being upgraded. Now, this information and these downloads and this opening up for you does not always feel pleasant in human form. There are many ways for you to make it feel better for yourself. We are showing Joanne a picture of some of the paintings that she has behind her, where energy is coming from above and below, and how it meets and how it joins up. And that meeting point here, when it aligns, we are showing her alignment that doesn't happen or mismatch. But when it does happen, it's like a precision instrument. It is a flow. Now, when it does align, you want to make sure that you are like those pyramids that she has been painting. You are very grounded. If you are feeling overwhelmed, or if you're feeling in your head, or if you're feeling headachy, or there are a multitude of symptoms you may begin to feel, you can practice stillness on the ground. We are showing Joanne a picture of a pyramid, like the human form in a pyramid. So cross-legged on the ground. Now, if that is not your style, go out in nature. Take your shoes off. Put your bottom on the earth. And ask that this connection, that this download, that this stream of consciousness come down smoothly and easily and be integrated into your body with grace and ease. And don't forget to breathe. And as you do this, we are showing Joanne another vision, where we are seeing the light from above and the light below, from below the earth, meeting in her body, in her heart space. Now we understand that many, many humans, or souls in human form, have many woundedness, wounded natures, wounded aspects of self. We are laughing because Joanne cannot get the words out. We are aware that many of you have wounded hearts, or heart chakras, or heart spaces. There are many, many words we could use. But as you are sitting on the earth, we want you to focus on the energy coming up from the earth and the energy coming down from above, and see it forming this perfect connection within the heart. And you may choose to come back to this video to remember the steps, for this is information for you to use when you need to. Now, as these two energies are coming from above and below, do not forget to breathe. We are having to remind Joanne to continue to breathe because this is happening in her body at this time. And allow the two to connect. Allow the two to connect gently and easily. Allow the two to stream up and down your body. Once the connection is made, it is quite easy, but it is the resistance and is the hesitancy of what may happen and the build-up of the friction between above and below. And once the connection is made, allow your body to feel like a tree, to have deep roots into the earth, to have a very strong and stable trunk, and have beautiful branches and leaves above your head. Now you will have heard this imagination of a tree before many, many times. But the aspect that we are calling into your awareness today is that it is not only the trunk of your body that is being upgraded. When you focus on the roots of the tree, you are sending your energy further into the ground, but you are also sending it out wider into the ground. You are sending it to all of your extremities. And we mean that in an energetic way. And then as your trunk, which is your body, establishes this connection, strengthens it, and brings it into a better state in your body, which we mean stronger, it flows, it will not be broken. And then when you send your awareness, not your energy, but when you send your awareness to all of your beautiful branches and all of your beautiful leaves, it sends all of this energy into the tiny places into your body. And it is as if you have just formed a beautiful cocoon or a beautiful circle or a beautiful oval or a beautiful egg around yourself. And the energy is both moving within you and around you, instead of you thinking that the energy is going to be stuck in your heart. Our thoughts are very powerful, or your thoughts are very powerful. They have the ability to stop energies moving through your body. This is why we are sharing the branches and the leaves and the tiny little roots for you, so that you will not get stuck in your human heart and define and narrow something that is meant to be expansive and pleasurable for you. Now, this practice is yours. It is something for you to use when you may need to use it. Now, if like it is today here, which is very windy and very rainy, you cannot go outside, picture yourself outside. Put yourself on the ground, wherever you can. Or imagine it if you can't get down on the ground. There is always around the obstacles that the human mind will bring up. Know that this is the way to allow your psychic senses to continue to build, and we are now showing Joanne almost like a mountain building or the apex of a volcano coming up. It is building and growing steadily, instead of feeling overwhelming to your human form. This is a practice that you can use at any time. We are going to bring Joanne back now. We have communicated the practice to you. Please use it as you will. And please be aware that your psychic senses will only open up as you choose. You are in control. Thank you for watching this video today. I hope you got something out of this reading and message for you. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please return and visit me again in the future. Thanks for being here. Bye for now. High Pile 2, if you chose the beautiful sunstone, this is your reading today and the message and channel message. So you have a picture of animals. Now I don't know why, but I'm being guided to explain to you that I read intuitively. So the message comes through from my guides, from my higher self, from my spirit team, and is not necessarily what these cards, what's the message that is in the guidebook. So I'm just letting you know that, because I don't know why, but I'm letting you know that. So this has a picture of the full moon in it. One of the other groups also did, so you may have chose two. But while I'm filming this is the new moon. So between now and the next full moon, whenever you're watching this, because this is a timeless reading and message, but you may, around the time of the next full moon, you may have some sort of synchronistic aspects coming to you that are either about physical animals, so your pets, or animals that you care for, or spirit animals. Now, there is a distinction here, because this is not just one or the other or both. There are two distinct groups within this reading. Because what I'm sort of really understanding is that there's this element of magic around animals coming in down on one level, and then there's also this other element up here which is more about healing with animals. And they're not like the two are split between one group and the other. The messages are sort of coming in concurrently, but they're definitely two different groups of people within this pile 2. Now, there'll be quite a few of you in the group with the spirit animals who understand the power of spirit animals. But the message that I'm getting from this card is that something will be illuminated to you, that it feels like magic, but it could be synchronicities, it could be a message, and this will come very much to you from an animal. So that doesn't necessarily mean it'll be a physical animal. Like, it could be that your cat or your dog actually touches on a page in a book, or touches your phone or iPad or Kindle or whatever, and brings up something that is really pertinent for you to see. There's that aspect. It could be, the sound that an animal makes that you don't have in your house, or, there's this aspect of it coming out of nowhere. So that's that sort of magical kind of realm that's sort of opening up here for you around animals. So that they're going to give you messages. Sorry, I probably didn't elaborate on that. So they're giving you messages. So watch out for those animal spirit messages that are coming to you. For the other group, you are learning, and like I think a lot of you will say, I'm not learning this because I already know it. But you're going to deepen your understanding about how animals bring healing into your life. Now, this can be spirit animals. So, for example, you may be walking with your dog, and you may pass by a very unusual owl or bird, or you may see a big truck that has a stalk on it, or whatever it is. But the significance about this is that you're learning to trust that your awareness is taken where it needs to go. That not only your own animal, so your cat or your dog or other pet, canary, whatever it is, those animals can be healing, but animals that you see in your environment can also be bringing you healing. Now, that may be a new concept for some people who don't believe in spirit animals. If you see an animal and you see it repeatedly, a few times, then take notice of what the message is sending you. Look it up. Look up wolf spirit energy, or animal medicine, or whatever it is. Because the part of the message is, so sometimes spirit animals bring a message, so guidance, like it can be, watch out for something. It can be you're going through a healing time, but at other times, they bring through a message of medicine. They bring through a message of healing. And I feel like the second part of this group, it's like your eyes are being opened to that a bit more. Like, we know this symbol of a dove. The symbol of a dove is about peace. So we know that. So if a white dove keeps showing up in your life, it's a symbol to show you that, Spirit wants to bring more peace into your life. Now, I've just been interrupted by my own dog making a big noise. So I hope that I've delivered that message to you strongly enough. Just to recap, there are two groups. One group is the group that will be seeing synchronistic or magical messages from spirit animals. And the second group is more people who probably know how much healing their own pets bring them. It's being open to the healing that other animals might bring you. So I hope I've summarised that well enough for you. So now pile 2, I'm going to bring through my higher self and see what other messages are there for you. This message brings to you one of hope and healing. Dear one, we are connecting Joanne to your energy as we are bringing through this message, and she is feeling a high sense of emotion. But she is also strengthening the middle or the core of her body. And we ask you to be aware that hope and healing messages can come from anywhere. They can come from hearing a snippet of a news story, which is unlikely at this time, with positive stories. They can come from hearing a snippet of a news story or a snippet of someone's conversation, to seeing a sign as you're driving or walking, overhearing someone's conversation. But they can also come to you through animals, through animal behaviour, watching what an animal is doing. If an animal is constantly pawing you while you're thinking about a particular thing, if your mind is going in overdrive, and your beautiful cat comes and paws you, not sits on your lap and allows you just to sit there and continue to think, but gets in your face and paws you and pulls your hair or scratches you or bats at your face. Your beautiful pet is trying to get you out of that energy. Sometimes we become mired in our own thoughts, our own feelings, and it's almost as if the world caves in on us at times. We almost feel like we are drowning in a sea of our own stuff. Or it might be the outside world stuff that is on top of all of our own stuff. And we feel like we just cannot do it. The phrase is that I cannot adult today. And we think it is an apt one. So tune into the animal energy around you. Tune into your cat when your cat is distracting you. When your dog is asking for a walk. Get out. Take the opportunity that your pet is introducing for you to have a circuit breaker, to break the circuit that is going on within your body, whether it is feelings, whether it is thoughts, whether it is constant communication, whatever it is for you that is showing up, that is not helping your peace of mind. Allow animals to be the circuit breaker for you. Watch a funny cartoon with animals. Watch the silly short videos that people send you or that you see on social media and laugh and have a belly laugh and send it to someone else who you think may enjoy it. so that you don't keep just scrolling. Send it to someone and tell them why you thought it was funny. Start a conversation. Get out of your own head. Get out of your own stuckness. Animals at a time when you're feeling hopeless can give you a strong connection to spirit. They are tactile, they get in your face, they make you laugh. They have a strong connection to you as they're human. And if you do not have an animal of your own, then like we said, watch some funny cat videos or some polar bears sliding down or playing with big ice blocks in countries that are hot to keep them cool. Whatever it is that brings some joy and happiness to you, let animals be your guide. And if you do not have your own animal, invite in spirit animals into your life, or notice where they're coming into your life. Notice even spiders or ants. Wonder at what they might mean for you. Whatever's showing up for you, it has a meaning for you. It is not simply there as a distraction or as a unrelated, insignificant item. If you're continually seeing a white heron, there's a message there. If you're continually seeing bull ants, there's a message there. Allow animal messengers into your life. Allow spirit animal messages into your life. Allow all of these animals, regardless of what type of energy they are coming from, because they are always coming from a high energy, to interrupt any hopelessness and despair that you may be feeling, any down days, any days that when you are frustrated or tired or cannot get yourself out of a mood or a way of thinking, or are going round and round in a circle. Play with an animal, watch an animal, or connect with animal spirit energy. Find out why that animal is showing up for you and what it's meaning for you. What message or medicine is it bringing? It is bringing healing in many different ways. It is up to you to figure it out. It is up to you to connect with the joyous energy of the animal and allow it to connect into your heart. And as you do, and we are showing Joanne a picture of this, as you allow the animal spirit energy into your heart, it is if that circuit or that circle that you have been in collapses and closes down, it opens and falls away. And magically you are out of that circular way of thinking, feeling, expressing, whatever it is. And those beautiful animals of whatever dimension have opened the door for you, have opened the door to the beautiful, joyous energy of heart-based healing. We are now bringing Joanne back. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for being here. I hope the message was what you needed to hear. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more readings like this. Hope to see you again in the future. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 3. If you chose the malachite, a really great stone of transformation and healing, then this is your reading today. And we have blessing. Now, this blessing here shows the full moon. And while I'm making this, and I'll be putting it out in a couple of days, it is the time of the new moon. So what I feel is happening for you, pile 3, is that you are bringing something into existence. You're bringing something from within you into the world. Now, for some of you, this may seem like a bit of a difficult road. You may feel like you're bringing something in and then you're going backwards. There's a whole stuff there, but I'm not going to go there today, because this is more about you nurturing what you're bringing in. This is about you understanding that whatever it is that you're bringing in, you want to see the blessings that you're holding in your hand here. Regardless of how this is affecting your life, whether this is a smooth or a rough road for you, this card here is really talking about you connecting to your divine mission and your divine plan when you came. And I'm really focusing on the breasts, which are about nurturing. So this is about nurturing this blessing into the world. So sometimes when we come with a divine plan, we are presented with lots of obstacles because we're meant to learn a lot of things. And I really, really understand that. But the message that this card is opening up to you is that you may be one of those people who seems to have a lot of roadblocks and feels like you can't move forward with whatever this is that you're bringing into the world, and it's something beautiful, something that we all need. And that could be another human life, that could be your relationship, it can be many different things, or it could be a service to the world. But what this card is talking about is understanding that those roadblocks that are in the way, you need to start seeing them differently. You need to start seeing them as blessings. You need to start seeing the whole process of this as blessings. That you can bless the roadblock, knowing that it is time that you need to spend going within or doing something else. If something's not showing up on the surface for you, it is because something below is happening or something within is happening. And those quiet moments when, the full moon is all about the illumination. But this is talking about the blessings of keeping some things hidden and more of that yin nature, which is the dark moon, which is the new moon. And this is understanding that you may not understand all of the things that are happening as you're trying to birth this thing into existence. And you may not see the trials and tribulations as blessings, but that is the message here. The message is to see that you are undergoing a very big spiritual transformation and healing, and the blessings are not always out in the open. They're not always illuminated like the full moon. So it is up to you to see all of the obstacles and all of the aspects of whatever it is that you're bringing. It's almost as if you're imagining the whole thing illuminated by the light. And that is a really beautiful message, and I feel lots of emotion welling up inside me. I feel I have a strong connection to this pile. So it's seeing whatever it is that you're holding within you or within your hands, or that you feel connected to in a way of birthing, in a way of bringing something in, that is a blessing that you're bringing to the world. The thing is that if you bring that in with angst and heartache and anger and frustration and resentment, then it's like you're dimming the light of something that you're bringing in. So the message here is to see it in all its truth, in all its glory, in all its illumination, and bless those things that aren't that great. And again, I'm feeling very, very emotional for you, pile 3. This is it's a bitter pill, but I also do understand it. so that whatever it is that you're bringing, instead of tainting it by getting frustrated because something's not happening the way you wanted it to, which is all of us, focusing on our control of the situation. This is about realizing that when that obstacle shows up, or when something is not going the way you want it to, that that it's part of the divine plan. And so that if you can bless those things, you can see the blessings in them. It takes out the resistance. It takes out whatever your animosity or your anger or your frustration is sending to that thing, which gives it more power in your path. So now we're going to bring in my higher self and see any other information or messages that you need at this time. It is a time to take stock. It is a time to build on the foundations of the things that you have been doing. We are showing Joanne a picture. We are showing Joanne a picture of a pyramid or a mountain or a volcano or something that has an apex like that, like the pictures that are behind Joanne that she's been working on, to talk to you about the momentum that you have in what you are building. And we are showing Joanne that it's almost like a big pyramid with the top part not taken out but illuminated. It's like that piece of the puzzle is being placed in, but it's not yet there. So we are showing her this because it is like this missing piece of the puzzle for you in whatever blessing you are bringing into the world, whatever is birthing in your life at the moment, or that you have something within you that is yet to come into this world. This is being taken care of for you. We are relaxing Joanne's body. The messages for you for today are to understand that you are not being stopped. You are not being blocked. You are not being imprisoned or held against your will. If you feel stuck or stagnant, there are things going on below that you cannot see, or within that you cannot see. For this giant thing that you are birthing into the world, whatever it may be for you, this energy of blessings and birth, it's being ready to connect to spirit. You have been growing your earthly self along with spirit. And the fact that you know that this blessing and birthing is coming for you is a fact that you know from your own earthly blueprint before you came to earth. You know that this is part of your path. You know this is part of your journey. You know that you are bringing this with you onto the earth plane. Therefore, that is why you see the stuckness or the not movingness as something to be resisted, or that you are being punished, that it is not going right, that it is not going well. Your judgments come in at this point. Because your all-knowing self knows of the divine intervention, knows what will happen. However, once you come through the veil, you forget. And only part of you has those little recollections of knowingness until you tune into your all-knowing self. And we are showing Joanne a picture of a very big part of the puzzle that Spirit will be bringing in. In the beginning, we were showing a pyramid triangle structure with a piece that like it was missing, but it's not missing. It's being worked on, it's being upgraded. There's many things we could talk about or describe it. It is not yet completely connected to the earthly aspect. This is how best we think we can tell you. It is like a beautiful fine golden diamond is being placed at the apex of your earthly body, your energetic body, your spiritual body. And for all of you, there will be different timelines on how long this will take. For some of you, the connection and the completion of this aspect will be soon, and for others this will take time. And what we are showing Joanne now is that once this piece of the puzzle is in, there is a greater flow of energy up into the spiritual realm. And once that happens, the access to the greater spiritual connection is not only enhanced, it is secured. That is the best word we can think of. It is almost like it is grounded within your connection, but that is not for us the best way of describing it. You might like to think of it being anchored, but again, that is not the best description for us. It is a connection that is secured, and that is the best way we can describe it. And once this connection is made, there is a greater transparency for you about how you move forward. We are showing Joanne now 2 pyramids, but one is much flatter and wider, and the other one is the earthly plane. So we are connecting with a greater mass of energy. And once that connection is made, there is a diamond shape that overlaps both of these energies in exactly the same amount. And what this does is allows a free flow of information. It allows a permanent connection to the spirit world or to the divine, whatever you want to call it, your higher self. This connection becomes permanently anchored, almost tethered. And so that when you move around, you're always still connected. And we are showing Joanne that this is almost like it is see-through. It is there, but it's not there. Because it's like a diamond structure in the sense that it's see-through. Like a crystal, like a clear quartz crystal. It's very definitely there, but it is see-through. And that is part of its qualities. It's a very high frequency that you will be moving into, that you will have a secure connection to. And like we said before, this will come in different time frames for different people. You may choose to get yourself a piece of malachite. You may choose to hold your malachite and remember this message. and know that this is all taking place as it should. Knowing that the divine timing is as perfect as it can be. You are not punished. You are not being punished. You are not in the doghouse. You are not behind schedule. You do not need to catch up. You are exactly where you need to be. Understand that you are undergoing a very change in your energetic makeup and frequency. And these things take some of your earth time because your earth body needs to adjust. And sometimes the people around you also need to adjust. Understand that this is taking place in your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and not really your crown, because the crown is already connected. But those 3 chakras, 4 chakras, are all being connected with a beautiful strength through a beautiful crystalline structure to secure this energetic frequency within you. So do not act or think or feel as if you are being punished, because that is the furthest from the truth. Come back and visit this message when you feel you are in need, when you are in doubt, when you are in fear, when you are hurting yourself because you think you are not good enough, smart enough, fast enough, whatever it is. Come back and view this message. We are going to bring Joanne back now. Some really strong sensations happening in my body as those messages were coming through. Thank you so much for listening to this message. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more messages like this and pick a card readings. Hope to see you in a future video. Bye for now.